if you come from Italy or Iraq, are there mountains there? Yes. It is not flat like right here in Windsor, is it? If you go to British Columbia or Alberta, the land is not flat like it is here in Windsor. If you go to parts of Tennessee and Kentucky, the land is not flat like it is here in Windsor. They have mountains, they have hills, they have valleys, they have plateaus. Okay? So, often we overlook the landforms that are around us. Landforms are the natural features that make up the Earth's surface. Even if we don't notice them, they are important. They affect us whether we know it or not. Sometimes disasters in the news remind us of how landforms affect people. Earthquakes are deadly events that are linked to landforms. An earthquake is the shaking of the Earth's surface due to changes taking place beneath it. Okay, so landforms occur on the Earth's surface. They result because there are changes underneath the Earth's surface. Okay? Earthquakes can trigger landslides, mudslides, and tsunamis. Okay? Next page. So, in the past especially, landforms in an area or region affected people's way of life. They influenced the kind of food that was available and how people obtained it. Landforms affected how people traveled and the kinds of structures that they built for shelter. Today, landforms continue to affect the size and layout of our buildings and communities. The forces that created shields and mountains also help to create deposits of minerals that we now depend on. For example, gold, nickel, and iron ore. Figure 1-2 shows the major landforms around the world. So, this picture of a map here, or this map here of the world, shows you the most mountainous areas in the world. Okay? And right here, this little dash of purple, this little dot of purple right here where my mouse is under the second A in America, that's where I love going. That's Tennessee. Okay? But on this side of North America, where British Columbia is, where Wyoming is, where Utah is, where parts of California are, Alaska, British Columbia, parts of Mexico, there's mountains like crazy there. And it goes all the way down to South America. And it continues into the west part of Antarctica. Over here in Europe, look at my country that my family comes from, Italy, is almost completely covered with mountains. That's the little boot here, right here in Europe. Look at the Middle East, where many of you guys are from. All right, mountains like crazy. The tallest mountain in the world is right here in Asia, Mount Everest. Okay? So, we also see the exact opposite. Plains, those are flat areas. Okay, and where we live right here in Essex County, right here. Okay, where we live there, very flat. Then we have plateaus and shields. Well, what are these things? Well, a shield is the base rock from an ancient mountain region that has been worn away, leaving a flat, rocky landform region. So, shields, light yellow, right? Up here in this part of Canada, okay, there used to be mountains here, thousands or millions of years ago. Right here in this area, there used to be mountains. Okay, and those mountains were formed like this. So you had a mountain, okay, a big one. Okay, there's a mountain, beautiful mountain. And that mountain was made, okay, from the movement of plates underneath it. So these guys crashed together, forced the land, okay, to go up and created a mountain. What is softer? The huge plates that are crashing together, or the mountains that are made out of like soil? What is a softer substance?
The mountain.
The mountain. Okay? Well, over time, this mountain is heavy. So right here at the bottom of the mountain, over time, all the weight from this mountain created a layer of rock at the base of it. You can't see it, it's underneath it. Okay? Well, over time, with wind and with rain and with time, the mountain slowly fades into a hill. And then over more time, wind and rain and hail and dust blowing, it eventually got blown away completely. And all that you're left with is a flat area of rock. Okay, that's what they mean when they say shields. A shield is hard and flat, right? Like Wonder Woman's shield. Right? Are you alive? Yeah. A shield is hard and flat. That's what we describe the land that is hard and flat. It's very hard to farm on shield rock because there's no soil there. Alright? Then you have plains. Those tend to be more lush areas. They got gentle hills, some flat areas. Okay, and plateaus. I'll show you a plateau. This is a plateau. So this area at one time, from this green area here, can you shut the light for a sec, honey? From this green area here to this green area here, at one time it was connected, it went all the way across. But the land in the middle was softer than the land on the outside edges. So over time, the land in the middle faded away and you ended up with these flat areas that are like a cliff dropping down out of nowhere. Okay, that's what they mean by a plateau. Here's another example. So it's a flat area that has a cliff attached to it where it used to exist, it's been now worn away. And the most famous one is probably the Grand Canyon, which is humongous. It's in the US. This gives you a pretty good view. Okay? All right, so those things, where's my textbook? This map shows us where those things are throughout the world. And in the remainder of the text for this particular reading, they go on to dig deeper into it. So here you have a plain right here. Okay, it's flat. It has vegetation on it. Okay, at most there might be a little hill here or a hill there. Then you have mountains. They're the biggest ones. They're the biggest landforms on the planet. Mountains. Okay, here you have a valley. What do you notice about this valley? This is the valley here. What do you notice? Liana?
There's a stream going down it.
There's a stream going through the middle, but what else do you notice, honey? Right here.
It's on a slant.
So what's on either side of it?
Trees.
What's this?
Snow.
No. Peyton?
Mountains.
Yeah, there's a mountain on either side. Okay, so that's a valley. Volcano. A volcano is considered the same type of landform as a mountain. So this guy and this guy are similar. The only difference is a volcano has a tube that runs from its top all the way underground. And if there's movement deep underground in that layer of magma that I said, that layer of liquid, that lava, that hot layer, if there's movement there, it'll go up the tube and spit out the top of the volcano. But technically speaking, a volcano is a mountain. Okay? Here's a plateau. This looks like the Grand Canyon, to be honest. This is shield rock right here. So do you notice all the vegetation is gone and you're left with real smooth, huge pieces of stone. And if you've ever been to Muskoka or up that way, a lot of the water areas up there don't have sand, they have this. So you're walking on rock to get into the water. It's pretty amazing. Yes, Rami.
Isn't the biggest shield with Canada?
The what?
Like one of the biggest shields of Canada?
Yes, the Canadian Shield. It's huge. It's right here. It's extremely big. It's not the biggest in the world, though. Well, maybe it is when you look up to it going up into the territories. It's pretty big, but Africa's got a lot of it too. But ours is pretty famous, Robbie. And it starts right here in Muskoka. Here's Muskoka right here. Which is pretty fascinating. It's close to us. Alright? We're going to skip this page. And here it talks about volcanoes. I've never seen a volcano. I would like to. And here it breaks it down. It gives each one of those landforms its own section. No, I'll do this one. There's the Earth, hey? Beautiful? Is that a beautiful Earth? So beautiful. Okay? See this dark red section that goes here? All the way around, the dark red section? That dark red section is actually this section right here. So that is the surface of the Earth. The surface of the Earth could be on land, or it could be the land that is under the water. So you know when you dive into the water and you swim down, you end up touching the bottom. That is still the same layer as the surface of the Earth that is outside our window here. Follow me? Alright. This diagram here gives us more than we need. But when you actually look here, right here, this is the surface, and everything we see on our planet is happening right on top of it. So landforms are formed on the Earth's surface. Yes. No, you gotta wait. Okay. Your task. Did you hand them out? Did you guys, yeah, you got the page, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you something here in geography. Looking at the textbook, do you notice that throughout these pages that we just finished reading with the supply teacher and with me, there are words in yellow, highlighted words in yellow. Those are vocabulary words. What's vocabulary mean? You guys all asleep today? Come on. What's vocabulary mean? Liana?
Words, like meaning of words.
Close. They're words linked to a subject. So our subject right now is geography, and we're focusing on landforms. So these words that are highlighted in yellow are the vocabulary words. They're the new learning for you. I've given you a page with the definitions of these vocabulary words, but there's blanks on them. You need to fill in the blanks. Then on the back side, you need to draw each one of the 5 major types of landforms. Now, in the very first one, it's mountains, right? Draw 2 mountains side by side. One like this, and one like this. Because these are the same, correct? Volcanoes and regular mountains, they're the same. When we're looking at landforms, they're the same. Okay? They're both types of mountains. You can copy these pictures, I don't care. Okay? Yes?
So for mountains, we do one that looks like a volcano and one that looks like an actual.
Yeah, side by side. Okay? Any questions? That is your task. The answers are in your book because I've given you the definitions with blanks in them. Okay, go.
Everything